Micah damn Parsons. Trade it. We'll talk about that in a minute. Shout out to the big Oos. Coach Pecco. He's ready for the game. His first game coaching that defensive line for the Colorado Buffaloes. Now let me know what y'all think about Coach Pecco on that line. Him, Coach Sapp, Coach Hilo. Coming in live, baby. One more sleep, and the ball game is here. I'm coming to you live from the sauna. Y'all know what it is. BiggDogg Chico. Hit the like, subscribe, comment. Let me know where y'all checking in from. Y'all ready for the game tomorrow or no? I think this right here is pretty dope. The fact that these guys being so young, having NIL deals right now with the Buffs box, you know, and look at this. Jordan and Draylon were true freshmen last year, true sophomores this year, who started last year. Juju comes in as a true freshman, 17 years old, along with Quentin Gibson, a young freshman. What is he, 18 maybe? And they already are on national deals, dog. A national deal with the Buff box. This is crazy. How many of you guys can go to Taco Bell or have dreamed about going to Taco Bell and having something like this for yourself? Bruh. Draylon Miller, Quinn Gibson, Jordan Seaton, Julian Lewis, all national deal with Taco Bell. I think that's pretty dope. Get you a $7 Buff box. And it's mainly for the, just to commemorate this time and this event, and like a collector's item almost, Get this, keep it forever. That's pretty dope. Shout out to those guys. Also, shout out to Cameron Silman Craig, making the practice squad for the Jaguars. Shout out to BJ Green, who actually made the 53. And also D-Mac, Derek McClendon, who played with the Buffs last season. Defensive end, shout out to him too. He made the Miami Dolphins practice squad. So, game day timeline for the Buffs. We went over this on the morning run this morning. 2 p.m. parking lots open. 3 p.m. Fan Fest opens. That's outside the stadium. Everything going on. 3:35 is the Buff Walk. 4 p.m. Folsom Field gates open. 5:51 National Anthem will be sang. Then you have 5:52 to fly over as soon as the national anthem is done. 6 p.m. the Buffs enters the field, and then you will have 6:05 p.m. kickoff on ESPN. Stay tuned for that. That's gonna be dope. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it. Let me know where you're checking in from. Caden Salter, 2 touchdowns is my hot take, my prediction for the ball game. If y'all ain't checked that out, y'all need to check out the morning run and see what went down on that this past week, as we've been coming to you guys each and every week, man. Shout out to Adam for joining us, had us cracking up. He didn't even know he had us cracking up, but he might have started some with White Boy Wednesday, as we had Rick George, Derek Merkel, and then also Adam on Wednesday, and now he coined it as White Boy Wednesday. We'll see how we go with that moving forward. But yeah, man, the game is going to be a big game. Georgia Tech are going to come in. They're going to be ready to play. But I think by that second half, by the time it's 10 p.m., their body clock time, because they're coming from the East Coast to Mountain Time, I think it's going to be a different ball game. And that's when you're going to see the difference. That's when you're going to see that Swayze check-in. That's when you're going to see that the altitude check-in. And the 2 hours that they're going back in time to play this ball game, all of that stuff gonna factor in, is what I'm thinking with Georgia Tech. So they could go up in the game if Colorado don't come out hot and scoring immediately. But if Caden Salter is on from the jump, it might be a long night for Georgia Tech, because they're not going to be able to stop Caden Salter from skiing out the pocket. I think he's going to have 1-2 touchdowns rushing, one, maybe two touchdowns passing. If they have implemented that tight end in the passing offense in out of the RPO with Caden Salter and maybe Zach Atkins, to where he's just going to be dumping it off after reading the defense and play action and stuff. If he can do that, they're going to really have an advantage in this ball game, because it's going to be hard to stop those boys off of the RPO and play action and things like that. I'm sitting here telling you, dog, they're going to be ready. The defense going to step up. Shout out to French and the linebackers, all of those guys. But the quarterback is going to be key, and that's why I think Caden Salter is going to step in at. Let me see, Flash Flood Stampede on Pearl Street. Tech got in on yesterday. Good. They better been got in on yesterday. So now you got to think about this. So if Tech got in yesterday, right, Wednesday, right, they what I would have been telling my team is, listen, sleep in that first day, right? Sleep in, get acclimated. We're not going out on the field until 4 p.m. Mountain Time, which would be 6 p.m. our body time, and we'll get acclimated like that the first day. The second day, we won't go out on the field until maybe another hour later, and we want y'all to sleep in as long as you can. If they're not doing that, if they're not sleeping in and making sure they're acclimating, getting their body right, getting acclimated to the altitude, which is why they came up there maybe a day early than other teams would be traveling to other places, then they're going to be in for it. But if they're doing that, then they'll have a better chance. You know, maybe their body clock won't be at 10 p.m. Maybe it'll be more at 9 p.m. instead of 8 p.m., you know. But point is, that travel can, and I think will, definitely play a role in tomorrow night's game. 6 p.m., 6:05 kickoff, as you just saw right there. 6:05 Mountain Time kickoff. Key players to watch. I'm going to start off with the first one. My defensive end, number 53. We're going to go Arden Walker, player to watch. Why? Because if Colorado can get up and make them boys pass, he's going to be the dog on the hunt. Also, look for him to make some tackles in the backfield on the run, too. On the RPOs, QB keepers and things, he'll get a couple sacks, maybe sack and a half or so, because the quarterback is keeping the ball too long, and that's going to equate to a sack or a tackle for loss behind the line of scrimmage a few times for Arden Walker. So look out for him to get his name called many times on that defense, as he'll be the main edge rusher coming off that end for the Buffs defense. Omarion Miller, big time. Vivian, Louisiana, number 4, wide receiver. I'll say 9 catches, 95 yards or so, unless he break one and go for like 175. You know what I mean? So look out for my dog, Omarion Miller, to have a big day. And let me know what y'all think about that. Reginald Swan said, Chico, did you hear about Dylan Edwards from Kansas State asking for a red shirt from the team? Oh, okay. Damn. No, I didn't, but I saw him muff the punt, and then he got hurt. So maybe that's why he asked for a red shirt. He got hurt and then started off on the wrong foot this season. Want to just X that out, take that red shirt, and either stay there or possibly move on, go somewhere else. You know, he did that. His dad went to Kansas State, so I'm sure he wanted to go there and just pay homage to his pops and hope for the best to happen. But you know, the way this season started, he probably decided to go another way. So one day away, one sleep away. Y'all get ready for it, man. It's prime time, getting ready to go down in Boulder where it's colder and everybody going to be getting busy. You feel me? Big time ball game for the Buffs. If y'all look at my my page where I posted the game that I played on college football, then you'll see that we came back after being down in the first quarter, and we came back. Caden Salter got in his own and started running that ball. So that's what I'm predicting. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments section right now. Until then, man, we're going to get up and about this thing. Peace in the Middle East. The biggest dog of them all, coming to you live and direct from the middle of the ocean.